I mean, goddamn. What else you want? Texas really embarrassing me right now. Y'all know that's my home state. And I want to have it on the record that the motherfucking hot girls and the hot boys do not support this bullshit that y'all campaigning for.
Well, of course the hot boys and the hot girls are not effing with this, because the hot boys and the hot girls are not effing with condoms on. So why would they be in favor of an overturning of Roe v. Wade? They use the A as a form of birth control. So to them, you're removing one of the 30 forms of contraception, but you shouldn't be using it as a contraception. Why? Because it eliminates a life. I always find it super interesting that we give women the right to terminate a life, but yet we give people jail time for euthanasia of an elderly person. Make that make sense to me?
My body, my motherfucking choice. I need everybody in the audience right now to say, my body, my motherfucking choice. One more time, my body, my motherfucking choice. One more time, my body, my motherfucking choice. That's right, so let's put all our middle fingers up right now, and we're gonna dedicate this shit to these motherfuckers. Y'all ready?
I'm all for a woman's right to choose, especially if she was underage, if there was a known critical birth defect, if there was sexual assault or incest involved. However, ma'am, if you're 30 years old and you're still having a, you're a fuck up. You value your pleasure over the repercussions of the creation of life. Have standards, have discipline, choose carefully, and be accountable. But for the majority of women, the my body, my choice should be something that is prior to conception. Like, be pro-choice with contraceptions that you want to use, or how you will practice abstinence.
Y'all decided to ban abortion, so I'm deciding to ban sex. You guys will no longer be getting any coochie from me. Like, you will literally have to be my husband. I swear to y'all. Like, it is in no way that y'all are gonna even accidentally get a bitch pregnant or none of that. Like, you're done. You're done.
It's so weird for me to sit here and listen to the modern woman today as if it took the overturning of legislation for you to now legislate who you let into your body. Margaret Sanger, who's, by the way, the Black eugenics all-star and the creator of Planned Parenthood, really had y'all in a trance. Black people in the United States only make up 13% of the population, but account for over 33% of the AIDS that occur here, resulting in over 20 million babies never being born over the last several decades, which then translates to probably 60 to 70 million more Black people that were never allowed to be created. Listen, I know that these numbers are very hard to hear, but it's the truth. And y'all already know on this side of the internet, we don't care how it makes you feel. We go over facts. It just seems completely weird to me that on one side of the coin, you can riot, you can tear up the streets for George Floyd, but then on the other side of the coin, you completely ignore that fact. Like, why are you not equally as pissed, if not more pissed? But what this young lady brings up right here demonstrates the ridiculousness of the mind of the modern woman today. Because she doesn't have the out of the A, now she's more incentivized to be safe with her insides. It's fascinating how incentives work on human nature.
Look, y'all, every fucking day my baby daddy come here with one fucking meal for my child. But I have 3 other kids.
Okay.
We have 1 kid together, but he only want to come and bring one thing to McDonald's. But what about my other kids? How come you can't feed my other kids McDonald's though? Like, that's bogus as hell. Like, you're not finna sit here and make my other kids feel left out, and you're only bringing one child something to eat. Look, there he go, and I bet you he only got one thing in there.
Am I hearing this correctly? She's got 4 kids, 3 kids, and he brings meals every day. He sounds like a father. He brings the meals every day for the child that he had with you. But your expectation is that he brings, I didn't hear that right.
I bet you he don't even, I'm finna expose out of him so people can see how he really is. It ain't more than enough food in that bag for everybody. What's up?
recording me for?
Because I'm finna expose you.
What?
Because that don't look enough for all my kids.
Oh my God, she's.
That don't look enough for all my kids. What is that? That's just one burger? One burger, one fry?
What he like? What do you mean?
Okay, what about my other kids?
What about your other kids?
John,
They ain't mine.
okay, but them your kids' siblings though.
What are you talking about? What are you mad
Them
about?
my kids, them your kids' siblings though.
So what you?
My other kids finna be left out.
You didn't feed them?
You know I'm gonna give my food stamps to the seven.
Lisa, how?
What?
But if you're trying to help out though, you're not helping
I'm
out.
not trying to help. I'm trying to help my son.
But how are you helping your son when you're only getting food for just him and not the other kids, his siblings?
Holy moly. Okay. So, my bad. Her reliance is so many things wrong with this. She's relying on the government for her children. Is she at home? Is this her home? So she's relying on the government for her children on food stamps. So how are you planning on feeding them outside of what you think that one of your baby fathers should be able to provide? Do any of the other baby fathers bring over food for any of the other children? Or you just have an expectation for this one to be able to do that? You are clinically insane. You are ridiculously disturbed. I feel disrespected even having to look at a video like this, let alone you thinking that you were so correct that you posted it to your own social media. You are, whoa.
Them are his siblings though. He not finna eat in front of all his
You
other
had to-
siblings and they're not eating on McDonald's. No, why do I gotta put?
Bring him out to the car. I'll let him
No. He's not finna eat that shit at all if you can't bring enough for everybody.
Wow.
You telling me that I gotta bring? So when I bring my son food, I gotta bring your kids food too now?
Yes.
You sound dumb.
How is that
Super dumb.
You sound dumb. You sound
Where
dumb.
are they daddies at?
Right.
Nobody told you to talk to them other. You had them other kids. Them your responsibility. They're not my responsibility.
Okay, but if you're gonna bring one, you need to bring it for all. How do that shit look that I'm letting one child eat McDonald's and all the rest of the kids can't eat no fucking McDonald's? You know I
Makes
get
you
food
look like a
stamps
loser.
on that.
That ain't 3 kids that ain't mine. 3 kids that ain't mine. What do I
Yeah,
look like? I bring
they're
them-
his
I
siblings.
bring him
You
food.
knew what you was getting into when you had a baby with me.
No, the f- I didn't.
Yes, you did.
I mean, you expect me to take care of them? They're not my kids.
Okay, but you still had a baby with me who have kids with other people. I still have other kids.
Why are you recording me? First of all,
Because I'm exposing you. Everybody think you such a motherfucking good daddy.
I'm a good daddy.
No, you're not. No, you're not. You're foolish in this shit. You only come here with one fucking piece of food for one child.
I can't take much more of this.
Silly.
No, that's dumb
Silly.
that you can't feed the other kids. Don't feed nobody at all then. He
You
can't
had-
take that.
Listen what
He
you said.
can't eat it.
Maybe if you had 1 or 2, I can maybe. You got it's 3 extra kids. What the? All like going to my mother account, spending money on all those kids. Them not my kids.
Them are
You know, it's so crazy, guys, and we talk about this all day, like the different reasons as to why you need to be careful around single mothers. This is not all single mothers, but this is a component of them. But you have to understand when you're taking them on, you're also taking them on from a financial responsibility perspective as well. With the pure audacity that she's displaying here to want to try to expose him for being a good father and try to trick others into thinking that he's a poor father. But you guys got to understand this is that dealing with male nature, heavy conflicts often result into violence. Male versus female combat, what men have to be super aware of is that they come from a place of reputation destruction. That's what they mostly predicate their strategy to get the upper hand on you.
your kids' siblings though. Done.
So that's what you gonna go with. That's the one you gonna.
Those are your fucking kids' siblings.
They're my. So that means. I
Yeah.
take care of them.
So don't.
where's
No,
the-
I didn't say you have to take care of them. You can bring them something to eat if you bring one something to eat.
I bring them food every other day. What do you mean?
Exactly, but you don't never bring food for the other ones.
I
You
can't-
know I get my
I-
food stamps on the
They
11th.
are your babies.
Okay, but I'm saying we share the same kid as well.
She's ridiculous. You can't argue with an insurgent.
You feel like I feel the way about eating. Take him in the room and let him.
I'm not taking my kid
Or
in the
send him down
room.
to the car. He ain't even got. He ain't got to eat in front of his brothers and sisters. He can come right out to the car and eat with me.
No. You
Yeah.
know what? Fine. Give it here.
Thank you.
Give it here.
Hold on, bro. Like,
Give it here.
Kids,
Give it here.
You sound stupid.
Duck. He ain't eating this. You.
Why would you just do that?
Because you ain't bringing up for all the other kids.
Stupid.
You stupid.
I am
stupid.
enraged.
Selfish as a, like you're dumb as hell. You're dumb as
Holy
hell. You're not
shit.
gonna eat that. Dumb.
Take care of him anyway.
Dumb. He not finna do that. If you can't do it for all, don't do it for none of them. Bye, stupid.
Wow.
Thought I was finna take that today. Yeah, I had another thing for him today. No, he can't take it today.
You can't negotiate with terrorists. You can't have constructive conversations with insurgents because their purpose is to try to destroy you. For the young man that's in this video, she shouldn't be recording this. You should be recording this. File and document all of the bullshit that she is putting you through, because a young lady that is able to make decisions like this, number one, has no business raising children. And number two, when it gets discovered that she's unfit to be a mother, you already have all the documentation to present in front of a court of law or in front of a judge and be able to take over ownership of the child that is yours. But yeah, this is some truly deplorable shit. I have literally nothing positive to say about the young lady. I'm trying to understand from what position she might have come from, and I just cannot hear it at all. But for all of the dudes that are out there watching shit like this should absolutely terrify you into wearing condoms every single time. Because look at this young man's life now. Look what he has to deal with on a daily basis. And the crazy shit is that she's gonna mold that young child to be against the father that just tried to be a father, that try to do everything to support you in spite of the crazy mother. Questions, comments, concerns? Y'all already know what to do. Mediocre tutorials and reviews at gmail.com. That last one, I mean, all of the clips in here took a lot out of me, but that last one for sure. What can you say? What can you say to her to get her to understand anything different? I don't think that there's anything that can override that degree of entitlement, of that degree of selfishness. I don't think that there's a damn thing. So the guy just has to just focus on being his most happy in the situation that he set himself up for. Gents, y'all got to take accountability for knocking up crazy as well. All right? Until next time, YouTube.